Hey everyone, let's unbox and take a look at the Friendship Tree House Hangout by LEGO Friends. This is set number 42652. Contains 701 pieces, retails for $69.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. Thank you, LEGO. So this is essentially what we're going to be building is a tree house. It's brightly colored. Looks like we need some more foliage. And in addition, we have ourselves some mini animals and mini dolls. We got Raccoon, Pickle, Liann, Leo, Autumn, and Zach. Looks like a pretty fun bunch to hang around with. There's the top of the box there. And let's look at the back. And just by first impressions, this looks really fun. And you could do all sorts of stuff here. Reorganize your own way, which is pretty cool. And yeah, it looks like a lot of fun to play around with. Well, let's unbox the set. Alright, I always like to see what kind of new pieces are in these sets. That one there is always the hardest one to cut open. And yeah, I'm going a little slow today. Kind of just tired. Alright, here we go. And we're going to put this in here because it makes a nice little tray. And we get to see what we have in here. Okay, or better yet, let's just pull everything out here. And we'll set it back in the tray. I don't have a lime green slide. That'd be good for a park. And some random plates. Let's see how many bags. So far we have 6 bags. And just by looking at the colors, this looks like this is going to be a fun one to build. And that's the one thing I'm always looking for, is fun colors. And yes, it comes with the Brick Separator. So now we know. And this one here has got 6 total bags. Let's see. Let's see what we have in here. And oh my goodness, yikes. If you're going to watch the build installments, I will guarantee there's going to be belly aching with that many stickers. But LEGO has been evenly spacing stickers out, so it's not like we're putting 5 of those on at one time. And here's the building guide. Let's see here. How's it broken down? Or is it just... I'm hoping this one's a modular build, but it doesn't really say. Well, I'm going to head over to my second channel. We're going to build this set, come back, and we're going to explore the treehouse. Here is the Friendship Tree House Hangout all assembled. And as you can tell, it looks like a nice, bright, fun, colorful model. So we do have several of our mini dolls in the front. We'll take a closer look at those. And the model in a bit. Right here, we got ourselves a little slide. We got a ladder to jump up to on the top. I'm not a big fan of the way this ladder looks. I kind of wish they would have just matched this up and left it like this more than this. Over here we got ourselves a little workshop with a chop saw. You can obviously tell they're still trying to build this. And here we got the tree house itself. And we got some foliage poking out of it. Honestly, it looks like we need to add a bit more leaf pieces to this. It just kind of looks bare. But look at all the colors that you have in here. Now this model is also meant to be reconfigured, so you could take some of the pieces apart, like these windows here. These just lift out. If you can get them out, that's how they pop out of there. And you can reconfigure. I think some of the floors are modular, so you could build it your way. For me, it looks good as is, and it's tall. It's very tall. Now, it is a playable model. Look at all that you can do in there. Some of you are probably thinking, Jay, I see the elevator on the side. Yes. That is used for Pickle, and also to haul up other accessories. So I can drop it down and we can lower this gate here And then you can walk up into that. And this is how you control it right here. So you would just turn this here and you go all the way up to the 3rd floor, which is right here. So I could just do this and go up to the top. We'll save that for later here, because the close-up tour is usually the fun part of the build. And got the slide. Oh, and this area here is actually a room. Just open that up. Got a sleeping bag and a little hidden area in there with a claw machine. We'll take a closer look at that in a bit. Well, there's the claw machine up there. We got a door. This opens up. And maybe I'll have to poke it through the other side. There we go. And got a lot of sleeping bags here. This is probably the sleeping quarters with the bunk room and all that stuff. And on the top we got a keyboard with a sofa with a ramp, I don't know why, and a little kitchen. I mean, how many of you seen a kitchen inside of a tree house? I really haven't. But what better way to explore the tree house is to take a closer look at the model. Here's a close-up of Liann and Pickles. And a nice mini doll, and a looks like a Dachshund. And over here we have Autumn, and we have a little workshop here with a chop saw. And yes, this set will rattle a lot, so you just bring this all down and do that. Looks like we got a calculator attached to the front here, and it just says workshop. I like those sunflowers, those are pretty cool. There's the slide that goes up inside. Here we got Raccoon. There's a close-up of that basket that takes you up to here. And we have Zach here just hanging out, waiting for everybody to come up and visit him. Or maybe to drop the water balloons down. We don't know. I wish the set did come with some. Now, the only thing I don't like about it is this ladder. This looks cool right here. I wish they would have continued this up to the top here. Would have looked better and have it come all the way down here. Why they do this, I don't know. It's like you almost have to jump to reach this odd section. I guess they were trying to simplify that up a bit. And here we have a little bird. That's cool yellow. Looks like we got some worms. Look at all the colors they use for the windows. I mean, this looks really good. Now, I wish these were printed, but they're stickers. Now, the tree does have a lot of foliage pieces, and that was a chore to put on. Yeah, and even got eyes on the top with the solar panels, at least for powering some stuff up here. And here we got Leo, the cameras. I don't know who he's taking pictures of. And I think I got all the mini dolls and stuff. And there's that sofa there. Missing an arm. Looks like they just have a ramp. Maybe that's for Pickles to climb up onto. A little watering can. A little rock climbing wall. I mean, I wouldn't want to climb over this rail to get to that. It really doesn't go anywhere. I mean, this looks really good. Well, let's take a look at the inside, because that's the part everybody wants to play with here. And let's start down here at that little hidden room. I mean, that's a nice place. At least if you want some privacy, you can just close this door. You got a little sleeping bag in there and a little donut. Maybe that's Leo's pad, we don't know. But I like the door on that. It's kind of cool. And we got the slide that takes us up here. There's that little claw machine. Sorry if there's background noise. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. Some of you are probably not used to seeing or hearing all the background noises. And here's all the various sleeping bags and arrangements. And yeah, I mean, let's grab Zach, because he needs a nap. You can set him in here and he'll fit. It's kind of hard with adult hands. Or you can put him on the top bunk. These two are pretty close, so there you go. He can take a nap by the table lamp. A little place for a dog bed. Here's the top floor here with the little piano, and there's Leo just taking pictures of things. Pretty cool. And there's a little kitchen. We got a sink. Looks like maybe it could be a propane stove. And we also got an ice cream maker. I mean, how many tree houses have you known that have those in there? Not any that I'm aware of. And here's that little knob that we use to control the basket. So let me grab Pickles, because they show that in the thing. They put him in a little basket here. We're just going to set him in here. And then put him right in there like that. Whoa! We're already doing tricks already. And just close this up. And now we can take this knob and we can raise this up. Now how easy is this going to be to go? We don't know. Let's kind of go up here. And it's kind of turning a little bit. But see, he can get off this floor here, and you just drop that little ramp down. But he likes the top floor because he wants to visit Leo. So it works pretty well. But all in all, though, it is a nice play mall. I see a young builder having a lot of fun with this. This is something that someone's going to play with for a few hours, possibly longer. I mean, there's just a lot of stuff to do in here. And yeah, just help yourself to those donuts, huh? I know what you weren't photographing them. You were just snacking down on, eating on the job there. But honestly, it's a nice build. Here are my thoughts. Let's begin the review with play value. And as you've seen in the tour, there's plenty of things to do here. I mean, you got slides, ladders, 3 levels, workbench. There's just so much, including the working elevator. This set's really fun just to play around with and explore. Build quality seems okay with the set. I'd say it's more average. I didn't really have anything fall off, but some of these pieces could be hard to build, and parts placement can be a bit of a challenge. So when you're reading the building guide, be very careful, read everything carefully, especially towards the end of the build, because you're messing with a lot of small pieces, and this is not an exception here. These foliage pieces can be very challenging and tricky to put together, so you have to watch the orientation of how everything's placed. But as you can see, we got spurts of leaves popping out of the treehouse, which is really cool. My build experience was pretty good, and towards the end it was just getting a little exhausting because we were just doing the leaf pieces. But look at all the bright colors used throughout the model. In addition, we do have access into the interior for play, which is pretty cool. Now, the instructions say that this can be taken apart and reconfigured. I'm probably not going to tinker with it too much. But for me, it's not too bad. As far as for dropping this in a Lego City, not so much. The back needs to be complete. So one would actually have to come in here and just add a portion here. This wouldn't be too bad. Or just fill this up somehow. This back here, maybe put like a fence or maybe a little wall. But it's not really complete unless you put it up against the wall. But more or less, it is possible, but it's not really complete. But you could use the pieces to make a whole entire new tree house. You could probably build a house with just these pieces or other creations, or add pieces from your own collection and expand on this. The possibilities on this one are endless. Even add more leaf pieces to this and make this tree just full. I mean, really just cake this thing over. You could really do that and look really nice. So there's just a lot of options and possibilities with this model. Now, sadly, this is really meant to be a solo build. You can't really build with a partner, but you do get a brick separator and a printed building guide with the set. So that's really nice, good additions to the build to help make the build even easier. Now, my final score on the set is a 9 out of 10. There's a couple things I'm going to point out here. First off, the small pieces. There's a lot of stickers in here. A lot of them you're placing on at the very end, like these little boards here. And These round signs. Right at the very end, you're just doing tons of stickers, so it feels like it's taking a lot of time. And in addition, the string, how many people like tying these strings? These are kind of ugly. Why didn't Lego use their newer style of string with the studs is beyond me. So I think that's probably the only things that I see wrong with this set. But whoever receives this set, you're going to have one good build experience, but you need to take your time. It's a really complicated build towards the end, but you're going to love it nonetheless because you've got a nice playable model. But tell me what you think.